From playing at weddings to birthday parties to creating champion sounds straight out of high school, Keith Walford tells us all about how he started the big sound from St. Anne, Bass Odyssey.
Yeah, Bass Odyssey started with myself and Tina One as selectors, and of course we started clashing sounds all over the place. But firstly we had to clash most of the sounds within our parish of St. Anne. And with defeating most of them, the vibe and the demand that we created got very strong. So of course we needed more selectors, and then came Glamour G. He came on board and started to create even more of a bigger vibe, because Glamour G was coming out of Spanish Town, of a sound that he used to be a top selector on. So he brought a kind of different level of vibes to the sound, at a different level that was not seen there. And the demand grew even stronger. So with that demand getting stronger, Squingy, who is originally from Steertown in St. Anne, because that is one of our favorite clashing grounds, Steertown, place named Pansy and Alan. So we used to clash there almost every week. Squingy came to the dances, was very impressed with Bass Odyssey and wanted to be a part of the team. So then came Squingy, and of course he and Glamour G started to form this combination, because when Squingy came he was very good with the drum machine. He was exceptionally good. So Tina One of course was still our main selector. Down the line we had a tour to England, and Tina One was chosen to represent. It was our first tour to England. So that left only...
When was this tour? What year was that?
We're talking about maybe about 90, 91, early 90s, right? And so that left room for just Glamour G and Squingy. And one was exceptionally good with the mic, one was exceptionally good with mixing. So they got the term the juggling twins. And wherever they went to, you could bet your bottom dollar that the place would be full with vibes, turning over.
Keith, you mentioned this drum machine. Now, many say that when Bass Odyssey incorporated this drum machine into the performance in the dancehall, that it changed the history of how the whole thing sounded. Was it something that you planned? Did it happen by the way?
Well, we're always looking for new ways to keep the vibes going, and we want it to be different. Right? So one of the first things, that's the first sound effects we got on the system, was what we'd call a lick shot sound effect. We got that all the way from England.
What?
Yes, because those people are creative with sound effects as well. And in turn we heard it, imported it, and it was on the sound. You'd hear the sound whenever there's a lapse in the music or something that really created a vibe. And then came the drum machine, and that sometimes created such a vibe that would stop the music, and you hear them guys on it, boom, 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 just beating the drum machine to the same tempo, and people would be dancing away just the same until they mix back in the music. So it created a different vibe, and it created a vibe that we wanted to portray as Bass Odyssey out there. Other systems use it as well, but we wanted to be unique in how we used it.
Right.
And so the lick shot machine, sound effects, the drum machine, and we had other samples, like we would get the Bunty or the Budja or the Beanie at that time to come in and say something, and we'd sample it and say, Bass Odyssey, and really keep the vibe going. Because one of the main things in dancehall is that we want to keep that vibe. You come in there, you want to dance, you want to enjoy yourself.